Hi everyone, it's Holly Marie King, and we are back with the Emblem Knights Rough Draft. We're getting really close to the end. I'm pretty excited to end this, because then we get to move on to stuff that isn't great, but it's hilarious of how bad it is, and I can make explanations while I do it, so yay, it's so fun. Yeah, well, you know, maybe I'll do like sneak peeks to what's gonna happen in the future. Maybe I can publish more than one book every 10 years. Anyway, it's Monday for you guys. It's Monday for me too, for another hour and a half, but you know, it's a different Monday than for you. Today is September 12th. We'll see when this one posts. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. This is like my 8th video I've recorded today, so it's going somewhere. Anyway, let's just get started. Chapter 30, The Castle. Why are we doing this? Daisuke asked as the group followed Yuri. Why are we doing what? John asked. He was walking side by side with his old friend. Yuri and Joey were in the front, and Maddie followed behind with Murphy sleeping on her back. Alec and Mike were right behind her, and Roy walked behind John and Daisuke, murmuring to himself incoherently. Did you want over? You want in? The dog's playing with the curtain. Anyway, Alec and Mike were right behind her, and Roy walked behind John and Daisuke, murmuring to himself incoherently. Following Yuri, Daisuke said. John looked at him. If you don't know why you're here, then why did you follow? He asked. Okay, do you want to come up here? There you go. There you go. Silly doggy. I agreed with her. Plus, I've known her ever since I've been retired, Daisuke answered. He watched Yuri carefully. She seemed to be level-headed at the moment and unaware that people were with her. It just seems she's not ready to lead. Don't worry about what she can or cannot do. The only thing you need to worry about is if you're comfortable with following her to the end. And I know how to spell comfortable, okay? Don't judge my comfortable spelling. John told him. He gestured towards Yuri's followers. Joey is here because the two are family. Maddie is here because she wishes Yuri were her older sister. Roy is here because he is a blubbering idiot. Alec and Mike have become good friends with the girl because the rest of us have ignored her. I don't know about you, but I get a feeling that our group is beginning to blame her for the death of Murphy. Why are you here then, John? Daisuke asked, scowling. I'm here because I'd rather follow Yuri, who despite all that's happened has kept her head, than Ray, who has lost his mind completely, John said. He grew quiet. This is where we're camping tonight. We're almost to the castle, Yuri said. She obviously was aware of the people following her now. How do you know? Daisuke asked. Well, why don't you see for yourself? Yuri motioned over the edge of a cliff they stood on, and moved aside to set up camp. She wasn't quite sure why she had followers, but she didn't want to let them down, or let any of them die. Daisuke gaped as he saw the view before him. John whistled. Below them lay a valley, and beyond that lay a castle that reached for the sky. Get some rest. We started at sunrise. Yuri threw blankets at each of them. Obviously, she'd been planning to leave for a long time. Whether or not she would have expected followers wasn't so obvious. We'll stop here for the night, Ray said, jumping down from the wagon. What? Yui shouted. How dare you stop here? We need to move on. Calm down. We'll get there when we get there. Besides, why are you so eager to die? Ray asked, unhooking the horses from their gigantic burden. Besides, the horses need rest. If you hadn't insisted on taking a wagon, we would have been further along by now. Alex ignored the argument and led the horses to the stream they had stopped by. Hey there, boy, he murmured to the horses and patted them reassuringly as they drank. Michelle walked into the stream next to him, her dress getting wet where the water hit it. Why didn't you go with Yuri? Alex turned, obviously surprised by his companion. He looked away, not wanting to look at the girl. Because I have a lot to think about, and no way of understanding how I feel about her exactly. Whatever. How hard is it to figure out? She asked harshly. Hope gurgled on her back as Alex turned to look at her once more. There's one of two things it could be. You either want her or you don't. It's up to you. Alex shook his head. You make it sound so easy. Michelle's lips appeared close to his ear. Think about it this way then. Knowing Yuri, she'll be at the destination soon. And what will you do if she dies? And you're still here, unable to protect her, unable to touch her, unable to see her one last time. She turned and walked away, leaving Alex feeling cold. Suddenly, electricity flowed from his fingertips. To form Yuri before him, she was sneaking towards the castle in the dark. Unaware of being watched by anyone, Yuri had decided to handle the advisor's look-alike on her own. When everyone had fallen asleep, she had snuck away. Yuri, someone whispered close by. It was her little brother, of course. She could never sneak away if Joey wasn't around. What are you doing? I'm going into the castle. Now go back to the others. This is no place for you, little brother. Yuri whispered back. This is no place to take on alone, Joey whispered to her. He appeared beside her, flute in hand. I don't want you to get hurt. Yuri cursed herself for not being more careful. Who cares if you're gone? Then what will I do? Joey asked. Yui and Yuki. Yuri shifted her weight, so she was laying in the grass hidden more. She knew this argument would be long. What? How could you think that those two losers could do anything but care for themselves? You are my sister, and the one who has taken care of me since I left our mother's womb. Joey said, obviously hurt by those words. Don't you get it? You're all I have. And think about Alex. What about Alex? Yuri was sick and tired of this conversation. Obviously, he wanted nothing to do with her. He cares about you. Don't you care about him? Joey asked, looking at her wisely. Yuri's stomach lurched at those words. It doesn't matter what I think. He doesn't want anything to do with me. She wouldn't let anyone know how she felt, even if someone tortured her for the answer. The burnt spot on her finger suddenly emitted a light. Or it turned into Alex himself. Joey and Yuri could see him standing in a stream with two horses, the wagon behind him. Yuri, his voice floated on the wind. Alex. Yuri's voice squeaked. She had no idea how to handle this. Things just didn't appear out of nowhere. Alex! Tell Yuri she's being foolish, Joey cried. Joey, go back to the others. I need to speak to Yuri alone. Alex said to the boy. Joey opened his mouth to protest, but decided not to. He turned and trotted back to the camp. Alex waited for him to go before he spoke again. Yuri, what are you doing? I'm going to go fight the advisor, Yuri said as confidently as her shaking knees would allow. Alone? Alex almost sounded amused. So, what if I'm going alone? What's it to you? Yuri asked, offended. She hated all of it. She didn't want to see his stupid face anymore. Are you crazy? The advisor will rip you apart. The only reason you survived the first one was because Jack saved us. So what? I can do this on my own. Yuri sat with her knees up against her chest. Are you saying you want to die tonight? Yuri didn't answer. She stared at her knees in silence. Yuri, dear God, it can't be true. Yuri looked up at him, eyes flashing. What do you expect? I haven't exactly had it easy. My parents have died. My grandfather died. I got Murphy killed, and you neglect me. What am I supposed to do if I'm sick of dealing with it all? You silly little girl, Alex shouted at Yuri. The girl blinked at him, surprised at his words. Haven't you ever thought that Joey lost his parents, or Joey lost his grandfather? Not to mention he has to look after a girl who can't do anything but feel miserable for themselves. He wasn't angry with her exactly. He was just sick and tired of keeping it all inside. Did you ever think that some of us want to see you alive still? Your life is important to us. You stupid boy, Yuri shouted. Lights began to come on in the castle, but the two of them didn't notice. Did you ever think avoiding a girl is going to win her heart? Alex stared at her, unsure of what to say. Oh yes, I am sick and tired of playing your mind game. First you're drunk, then you stick to me like glue, you shy away from me, you kiss me, and then you neglect me some more. What do you want from me? I want you dead, said a voice that chilled Yuri to the bone. She looked up to see the advisor staring down at her. You didn't have but a split-second to act. What would she tell Alex? What would she tell Alex? Alex? Wow, I can't say the name Alex. I did it. I said it, Alex. She looked at him, fear in her eyes, but calm across her face. I love you both. Then she was gone, and in her place stood empty space. Chapter 31. Yuri. Oh, that is not how that goes down in the final draft. So if you love that part, well, then the other part's better. I like it better. I like what I wrote better for the second one. As always, it'll be in the description below where you can either buy the book if you want it. This is the rough draft, so this is not going to be what's on the book. Sorry. The final draft is next week. If you like this, please leave a like. If you know someone who would like it, please share it. If you want more of this content, I upload every Monday, so It'll notify you when it's finally up because it's not always the same time every Monday. 'Cause life is busy, okay? But yeah, anyway, hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye!